So branding, what does that mean? A lot of people don't really have a clear picture. They kind of know, but not really. So in the simplest of terms, what a brand is, it's pretty much your customers or consumers' overall perception of your business. So it's so much more than just a logo. It's so much more than the visual identification of your business. Really what it comes down to is the emotion that people feel when they experience your business on any level, whether it's what they see, how they feel or taste, for example, if you are in the food industry or something like that. So again, it's the feeling that they get when they experience you. So for example, what I like to think about are big brands like Target or Nike or Louboutin. And when I think about Louboutin, I get sad because I know I will never be able to afford Louboutin, so that makes me sad. No, but Target, like I love Target, and in fact, a lot of people who love Target, they call it Target. Why? Because of that affection that they feel. Target has everything that you need. Yeah. So, you think about things like that. And so when you are creating your brand, one of the things that you really want to remember is you need to think about your customers' overall experience of what they will feel when they think about you.
I see Preston.
I know. Hi, babe.
I see so many people. Alicia's mom. Hi.
Hi, mom.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about that as well. Just think about trying to build your brand and your business as trying to build a muscle, right? Like trying to get fit. You're not going to have a six-pack tomorrow. It's going to be very gradual, and people are going to, yes, figure out what you're doing. Like, why is she posting that stuff? But, as soon as you stay consistent, which she's going to talk about, like, people will know what your brand is about.
Do you need a brand? Like, who needs a brand? Do you want to...
Yes. So everyone needs a brand, especially if you're trying to build your business online. So
exactly. So it's really important that you have a defined brand that meshes with who you are and what it is that you actually do. So let's go ahead and just dive right into the 4 key points of characteristics that really makes up a successful brand, and that will really help you be unique. I have to say hi to my client. Hi, doll. And my dad just joined. Hi, Dad. Okay.
Oh. Hi, Alicia's dad.
My parents are so supportive. Thank you so much. Okay.
Dude, Carlos is here too. Ooh,
funny.
okay.
Okay.
You guys love us.
So the first point is to know your audience. And this is important because unfortunately we cannot be everything to everybody. Like that's just the quickest way to pull your hair out, lose your mind, to be stressed out. So you really need to determine the targeted audience. Like, who is your ideal client? Like, is your product geared towards single moms who work from home, or maybe college students who are on a budget but who could really benefit from your product? Or like people in the fitness industry, that's a big one, or wellness and health. So I know one of the girls that I talked to, she targets, that is her ideal client. So for me, for example, because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, naturally I'm drawn to people who are in the beauty industry. That is my ideal client. Like, I want to help you figure out your brand. I want to help you gain more customers. And anyway, so you really need to figure out your ideal client, and then you'll create your brand that's tailored to their specific needs. Okay. Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, going back to, and I'm sorry, I'm going to switch it from DMJ to like my company in a second. But for example, DMJ Home Solutions, we build homes in Silicon Valley. So that's a higher price point than, for example, if we go to like Oakland or just the East Bay. So we can't sit here and market to someone that is not going to afford a Silicon Valley home. Does that make sense? Or even with, I have a drinkware company. Like, if I have a cup that says Boss Lady, I don't think my dad's going to want a Boss Lady cup, right? Like, you just have to make sure you know who you're speaking to and really connect with them.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so that brings us to our second point, which is your brand should be unique and authentic. And this is important because, well, first I'll just say, like, a lot of people get overwhelmed really quickly when they think, oh my gosh, like, how am I supposed to be unique? What do you mean by be authentic? And honestly, like, you don't have to come up with something revolutionary or like mind-blowing, like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. You
no
know?
backflips? What?
Yeah, like, no, you do not have to do that in order to be unique. Like, really, all that it takes is, she's
waiting for her lash cup.
I love. All that it takes, okay, in order to be unique is just something distinctive, like one small special thing that will set you apart from other people who do the same exact thing that you do. And that's just why it's so important to also stay authentic. So something that will set you apart from others could be something as simple as your personality. Like, are you goofy? Are you really good at making people laugh? And so that's why it's important to stay true to yourself. Let that shine through to you, through your brand, and that way people will be drawn to that, because that honestly is your greatest power, is that no one is like you. So you really want to stay true to yourself and let that shine through.
Your brand and all of that. I feel like you don't try to copy someone else either, just because, like, just be you. Like, people like you, and if they see you, like, they see you on the streets, and if you're the total opposite of what you actually are, like, they're gonna know that you're not being authentic. Just be you. Just, if you're funny, be funny. Like, if you don't want to be personal and you don't want to, like, so totally tell your whole life, that's fine. You could still be yourself, though.
Right, exactly. So yeah, so it's just important to be unique. Find something that will separate you from everyone else, because there's a lot of people who may do the same thing that you do. And so that's a really important part of your brand, is to make sure that you have just a little something that makes you different. That's all. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy. So that brings us to our third point, consistency. And this one is extremely important because you need to stay true to your brand. So if you think about it, like, how do you feel about inconsistent people? Like, if you're in a relationship with an inconsistent person, you can't rely on them because you don't know, half the time what they're gonna do, or, you can't trust them, you can't rely on them. So it's the same with consumers. Like, consumers want people that they know, that they can trust. They want to know what to expect. And really, you don't want to confuse your audience. So the thing that I like to compare this with is, for example, your logo. Like, you don't want to be changing your logo every 2 weeks or every other month, for that matter, or, and this, I'm talking about social media in particular, how your brand is identified on social media. And and then also, you don't want to be talking about things that aren't relevant to your brand. You want to stay on topic. You want to stay with, because, like I said, consistency really can make or break your brand. So it's just extremely important to stay on there.
I feel like two things that I see, not having a consistent name throughout your social media as well. Obviously, we're on Instagram, but what if someone is on Twitter or on Pinterest and they want to find you, but over here you are Alicia Negron, and then, like, on Pinterest you're like Alicia, what's your other last name?
My married last name is Pearson. I have not been Negron for like 3 years, okay?
I see Negron on there, so I'm like, okay, that's her last name. Or on Snapchat, you're the ultimate doll. Like, who are you?
Right.
Like, they can't even really know that consistency. That's so funny.
Yeah. So the fourth point is to be to be able to emotionally connect with your audience. And this is my favorite one, because at the end of the day, this really is what a brand comes down to. As humans, we have this innate desire to want to form relationships, to want to be connected on an emotional level with others, and to feel a sense of belonging. And so we really want to make sure that we find a way to connect with our audience on a more meaningful, deeper level. So, for example, are you really good at making your customer feel like they're part of a family? Or are you good at helping them set their mind at ease? Or do you give them peace of mind? So you really want to hone in, build on these relationships, because customers really value that. Gives them something to identify with. And then also it fosters loyalty, because if you can connect with them on a deeper level, they're gonna feel like, wow, no one makes me feel the way that they make me feel. So you know what, I'm gonna buy from them, or I want what it is that they're trying to tell me. I'm going to listen to them because they read my heart and I can connect with them. So that's something that is extremely important, because again, your business is, or your brand rather, when you're building it, is the emotion behind what someone feels when they think about your business or experience your business.
And that's something that's super interesting too, because I see a lot of different like salesy posts out there, like buy now, buy now, buy now, and no one's actually like, I'm not on Instagram to be sold to, right. Like I'm on social media to be social. So it's really important to make sure to put that
is true.
That emotion in, and not just, I'm not saying emotion like crying all the time,
no,
right?
No.
But like just be emotional, like be human, like don't be such a salesy robot, you know?
Exactly. So, those were our 4 points. Dang, we flew through that.
I know. That's so fast.
Really fast.
Oh, God.
So,
I want to keep staying out here.
So, just to kind of go over again what we talked about, we figured out what branding is, okay? And again, that's how your customer perceives you completely, the emotional connection that they have with your brand, how they identify you. Who needs it? Everyone needs it. If you are, whether you're a business owner or not even a business owner, if you're a hobbyist who's looking to turn their passion into a business, if you're a blogger and you want people to come check out your blog, or if you're selling an idea, or for example, like us, we are our brand.
Yeah.
I am selling a service, so I need to advertise, market myself, and create my brand so that people will want to use me to help them create their brand or manage their social media.
Yeah.
Okay, so just review the points really quickly. Know your audience. Obviously, you need to find your specific targeted audience, and then you're going to create your brand around their specific need. Be unique and authentic. Just find one small thing that makes you different from other brands, and then stay true to who you are. Let your personality shine through. And then stay consistent. Just stay true to your brand and establish that trust by being consistent. That was easy. And then emotionally connect with your audience. Just find a way to connect with your audience on a deeper, more meaningful level. And that's about it. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, you are the real MVP.
Yeah, we love you.
Because I talk a lot, and I know this girl definitely talks a lot. She did really good today.
She took the spotlight.
I did. So she did really good today. But anyway, I really hope that this helps you guys get one step closer to finding your unique brand identity, helping get your business off the ground. Yeah, it's the end time.
Yes, girlfriend.
Really late.
Keep going. You better replay this.
Yeah. But obviously, if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me or message me. I personally love getting messages from you guys and feedback. It really helps me see what I need to improve on, and also what you guys are enjoying. So, and then also Xenia. So again, she is an educator. She teaches. I don't teach. I just want to do it for you. I just want to take that stress away from you.
And I don't want to do it for you.
Yeah, she wants to teach
I
you
want
how to
you to do it.
So, yeah. So that's a little bit of the difference between us. So again, if you want to learn though more about how to strategize your social media better as far as your business, then this is the girl that you want to contact, okay? So thank you guys.
I want to say hi to everyone, girl.
Yeah.
Journey of a Fit Mom. I know who you are. I know. You better be doing your, emails that I've been sending you. You know what's up. Anyways,
okay,
thank you guys. We were, by the way, PS before we go, we were on the Facebook group, which we do have. It is ran by both of us, and we're trying to get more consistent in there. We did run the video in there, even though we're not looking at you, sorry.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to continue growing. We try to give tips all the time, support, and if you guys have any questions, that would be an awesome place to keep in touch with us. So the link is in your bio, right?
Yes.
The Facebook group. Okay, let's double check.
Yeah, it's in my bio.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. You click the link in my bio and then scroll down, and then it's right there for our Boss Lady group to join today. So,
yay!
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, just one other thing is that I do have my brand identity checklist and ebook, so that will help you also identify more of the visual part of your brand. So your color scheme, the different fonts that you want to use to be consistent in that avenue as well. So you can also click the link in my bio to check that out. Download it if you haven't already. And yeah, that's about it.
Cool. I'm excited. Let's go have lunch now.
I know. All right, mimosas.
Yay! Sorry, Preston.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.